Well, it's safe to say there are a gazillion ways to prepare chicken, beef, and fish, but pork chops? Probably not as much.
It's okay though, because after you taste the twist this guy puts on pork, you're never going to want to do it another way ever again. This is Chef Joe Bellia with Joe's La Roma in Fruitland. Thanks for being here.
Welcome.
Thank you, guys.
We love when Monday
Happy
rolls around.
Mamma Mia Monday and happy Veterans Day. Thank you for all your service.
Exactly
yeah.
right. Thank you so
you.
much for that. So, what are you doing today? You got a handful here.
We're going to do some pork today.
Okay.
It's all about pork today. So we're going to do a pork chop. We cut our own.
Yeah.
So this is a pork rib roast, just like you get a beef rib roast. You get the pork the same way.
Okay.
And we cut our own. And what you can do is, there's not a bone to cut through because the bone's up top.
Right.
So you can cut it as a chop, or you can cut it into two, where you can just put a little slit in here and stuff it.
Right. Okay.
Do it one or the other way. But today what we did was we marinated one chop in some balsamic and some garlic and some olive oil. And you don't have to do this for a couple hours at room temperature. You can actually put it into the refrigerator as well if you're going to do a little longer. Before you go to work, come back is perfect.
Wow.
Get your medium frying pan here. I think
It's
we got
hot.
a little bit of heat, yeah. And it's going to take
Boy, that
the
looks good
marinade
right
here.
now.
You definitely want to give that a little lid if you're home. And then what we do here is I put a little bit of marinade on the side
Right.
before we put it with the pork.
Yeah.
And we're just going to slowly put a little bit into the frying pan here just to give it a little bit of liquid.
And then how long does it
So
take?
you need about 4 minutes on each side. And if you have a frying pan that you can put right into the oven, from the stovetop into the oven, that's great. Put it right into the oven like that. Like I said, about 4 minutes on each side. In the meantime, we have some vegetables here that we just roasted up a little bit
Nice.
on the side.
We've got some broccoli,
Some broccoli,
carrots,
some carrots, some little petite potatoes. Petite potatoes. And like I said, the pork chop's very versatile. You can actually take it off the bone. You have your chop without the bone.
Right.
On the bone, it seems to be a little bit more tender.
Yeah.
Than off the bone.
So I feel like pork chops is one of those things that you can really mess it up if you don't do it right.
Well, you can, but on the bone, I find it to be a lot more a little juicy than off the bone. The bone kind of keeps it from getting dried out. But it is a very easy protein to overcook.
Yeah.
So you want to get a nice char on both sides, and a little bit of the balsamic. And we have to use the lid here, but the balsamic gives it a nice little char.
Look at that.
It keeps it nice and juicy there. Like I said, just cook 4 minutes on both sides. Put it in the oven at about 450 for about 10 minutes. Then turn the oven off and let it rest for about 5.
All right.
It's always important to let it rest.
You gotta let it rest. You gotta let the juices, before you cut it, the juice comes out, let the juices go back into the cells a little bit.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not always easy if you're hungry.
I know, it's very hard. So you wanna have a little snack while you're doing this, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a little break here.
Sure.
Press pause, if you will, on this dish for a moment. The Chef Joe Bellia with Joe's La Roma in Fruitland. We're making a balsamic marinated pork chops.
That's right.
And I wish you could smell the aroma in this kitchen right now.
Yeah, it smells pretty good, doesn't
Yeah,
it,
it
right
does.
now?
It does.
So we got
There
our
we
pork
go.
chop. We had put it in the oven for a few.
Uh-huh.
Comes back out, and I'm just gonna plate this pork chop right here. I'm gonna take this little bit of butter.
A little bit of butter.
Little
It's all
bit of
relative,
butter,
right?
That's right. A little bit of garlic and a little bit of white wine there, and I'm just gonna deglaze.
Okay.
You want all that juice from that pork chop into your sauce.
Okay.
Oh.
See that?
So you're just picking up all those little things
picking
that
up
stuck
all
to the pan.
the flavor, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
See how easy that was? Well, now do we see how easy that was?
That is
I
very
really didn't
easy.
think this was going to get any better, but you just proved me wrong.
And
Oh,
then
he's still going.
Just for a little bit of sweetness to that pork there. A little balsamic glaze. Put our little vegetables next to it.
I love balsamic glaze.
You can put it on everything. Put it on ice cream.
Yeah.
People put it on. I'm serious. Put it on
I've
strawberries.
never put it on ice
Strawberries. Strawberries with cream. It's really good. You put it on everything, right? All right.
Salad.
So there we go.
All
So
right.
this is a nice. We're close to Thanksgiving. We're almost into that time of the year where people like to eat the bigger protein.
Isn't that beautiful?
And then I could do this a different way. If you guys want to try that, I'll bring out another one here.
Oh,
Oh,
there's another one?
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
So you could take that. You could take that same chop. This is the same cut, only the bone hasn't been cut off.
Oh,
And you
wow.
pound it out, and you can make a tomahawk chop. Now you could do it. We serve it this way at the restaurant. It's kind of presentation is crazy, right?
What's all over the top?
It's Parmesan,
Of course.
pork chop Parmesan.
How could it not be?
So I do it this way. I do it Milanese, which is a lemon and wine sauce.
Don't be fooled. You can't pick it up by the bone.
Yes.
It'll all fall
Doesn't work
apart.
that way, huh?
No,
Too
wait.
tender. You could try, but
You could
probably
try.
fall off the bone.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Where do you start?
I right?
There's a lot going on there.
There is a lot going on there. I'll cut me a piece and I'll cut
the
you
nice-
a piece. Show
nice
me
and,
how to sound. You take
Juicy
the
there.
big piece. I'll take
And
the
the good thing
little
about that,
piece.
you can make a
piece along the
sandwich.
glaze, right?
You can make a sandwich the next
Oh, you
day.
can. I didn't
with
think about that.
leftovers.
Amazing, amazing. So while we
Sure.
chew, tell us what's going on at Joe's La Roma this week.
So this week we're featuring the pork chop special.
Oh my goodness,
How is that? Is it hot?
it's
Good.
delicious.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So we're doing that pork chop for our special this week. We're doing we're having our last Sunday of the month. We're having our 6-course Sunday supper. We're also booking holiday parties right now.
Oh, boy.
So if you're interested in booking, we do only open for the 4 days, Wednesday through Saturday. But we are booking parties on days that we aren't open. So
Gotcha.
keep that in mind.
Now, what about the holidays? Like, do you take Thanksgiving off? Do you
We take Thanksgiving off and Christmas Day off. But pretty
do you
much.
still have to cook?
No, my mother cooks for her holidays.
you go.
It's the one day I don't have to cook. I
Time
enjoy
to
it.
give up the kitchen, huh?
That's right. That's right.
That is so good. So where can you find a big pork chop
So
like
I get
that?
it from my provider, from one of my food providers.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that is you can actually pre-cook it a little bit. Let's say if you didn't want to stay home all day to cook, you could pre-cook it overnight and slow cook it and then heat it up.
Heat it up. And like you said, that would make an amazing sandwich.
Oh, Joe. Oh my goodness.
How about that
that's good.
presentation of that?
That
That
is
looks great.
And
incredible.
everybody takes the bone home for their dog.
Oh.
For their puppy. the true doggy bag.
That is a true doggy
Yeah,
bag.
there you go.
Joe's La Roma, Joe Bellia is the chef extraordinaire. Thank you, as always, for coming in to the DelmarvaLife Kitchen.
Thank you.